when you set up all this advertising and all this bullshit off your invention. Mary Poppins is a cute movie. My kids used to like watching everything like that. But he gets his job at the end of the movie. He gets promoted for making the miserly old bastard laugh, right? Fuckers. Fuckers, man. You really are. And then the thing is, you get people, he cusses. Yeah, I cuss because you suck and you're disgusting and you're vile and you're lukewarm and I vomit you out. Get the fuck over it. And while you're at it, get over your fucking self-righteousness for once in your life. And, Albert Einstein said, we are like millions of years in the making in relativity and evolution, you know. And the study, they do studies on that's why people do all this. I noticed it when study stuff in college about the history of the European aristocracy and what they used to do and everything. And I knew about what they refer to. It's not reincarnation. You never step in the same river twice. Okay. But you need similar molecular structures to have memories with a similar type of evolved brain. Okay. And when these kind of things happen, when you understand the life, species get hunted off, or in the transformation, transfiguratory states of molecular beings, stuff like that. With human beings, a lot of these wackajerkle doodles see it as like a natural progression. It's not, because we're not honoring the natural laws that provide and sustain our lives. Okay. We think we have the freedom to put it at risk and destroy it with our violent and irrational, selfish behaviors as much and any time we want. And it's sick, and we wouldn't have this kind of stuff happening on the TV with Sarah Beckstrom and other troop in hospital. Okay, the other young man is not dead. Apparently the Beckstrom girl is. Apparently she was murdered today because of politics and economics. And how many people are murdered every day because of politics and economics? It doesn't require a violent act. It can, a violent act economics is a violent act. It's an act of oppression and violence and aggression. And every time people get up and start a car to pay extortion to live here, they cause cancer and heart disease. And, you race car drive for millions of dollars and it causes health, cancer, and heart disease. There's not a magic carbon emission filter and tire particle in the sky. And then you guys go and get cleaned out at the best spas and get stem cell research therapies, and it's bullshit, right? Now, because you guys are assholes and you're stupid and your brains are just fucked over thousands of years of fighting and fucking, right? Say a guy's a professional athlete and he takes steroids to stay on top of his games to get millions and millions of dollars. How many guys that didn't take the steroids lost their chance at making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to get their family out of poverty? Because you took steroids, because you wanted the 200, what's his fucking name? The kid from Canada? Steve Nash, They want their athletes to be honest, but I just want the money. It's like, I just want the Lord's Prayer, and I was a better athlete than any of you Packer Woods that took steroids and did things for money. I just wanted to get my money, get out, go love, and then wait for the rest of these brilliant motherfuckers to fix humanity so we could restore the world. Because I knew John Denver and Dennis Weaver and all that, I knew what you can do. I can do math and I can observe and analyze. I'm a very good, scientifically astute mind, And so I knew what we had to do, and I knew today's nutritionist, Sister Varro's physician, and I know all this stuff, I know, this kills you, this sustains you, this yada yada. And so I've always been a very intelligent person, and when 2 and 2 is 4, and people tell me it's 7, and I need more money because 2 and 2 is 7, I get like, no, motherfucker, you. And the nice thing about it is my life fulfilled lots and lots of religious documentation of people that have faithful communication that they turned into mythology. Okay. I know the focal point of that communication is on this man in this office chair, just in Doñana County, New Mexico. Uh, and I know I'm fixing the stuff. I know it's hard because of the way I'm isolated. And they think, well, he's not happening. It is. It is. You know, I just hope, you know, I get it fixed sooner than later, and that when it does, the people that did help. I don't know what the extenuating circumstances are. Most of it's because you guys have brain damage and you're insane and you think the other person's worse than you are. And it's like, yeah, start your cars, gentlemen, start your engines. And you're like, fuck, he's a cute little guy on TV at Salvation, getting their army, getting their food stuff. Oh, you got Rockefeller hated the Salvation Army. Okay. He hated Catholic Social Services. He hated them. He called them big tax shelter, make the people that are being mass murdered feel good because you're nice to them for a day. He hated them. And I would sit there and look at it and go, yeah, I get it. Okay. What he was telling me about it when I was going through town and going to the Salvation, going to all these places to try to get charity to take care of my kids when Amy was out screwing around and got pregnant and lost her job. And shit. She wasn't gonna stay. I just wish she would have. But it happened the way you guys all engineered it. Yeah. I could sit there and say, if she would have stayed in Sierra Vista, we probably would have shut down this whorehouse back in the Obama administration. If Amy had just stayed and we'd been not come back to Cruces and stayed in Cochise County next to Fort Huachuca and that Wi-Fi. And little stinker, she's so cute. I don't blame Amy. I blame all of you. She's just a young person that was sexually groomed and abused by the Temple of Setla Maati, so you guys could all be the superhero house protectors of home invasion pervert. Okay. When you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? They weren't thinking. They don't think. It's like, Dad, they don't know what they're doing. They're aware of what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. There's a huge difference between knowing what you're doing and being aware of what you're doing. Aware of what you're doing is trying to steal those boxes on those porches. Okay? And aware of what you're doing is putting the paint bomb in there. Knowing what you're doing is, the Lord's Prayer is perfect. Why the fuck is this happening? Okay? I'm knowing what I'm doing. Okay? Those people are aware of what they're doing. I'm trying to steal a box, and I was sitting there going, what if they don't like the stuff in it? It's like they sell it online. Oh, fuck, and shipping is always free. I got this the camera for $42. Yeah, okay, I got you. Fucking assholes. They are. And then it makes it feel like the people that steal it to try to survive hell are worse than the people that sell it or buy it, or, well, I've got more money why do you get more money to do that? Well, because I repair people's bodies that are being damaged and then give them drugs and mental placebos to survive hell. And I'm a professional, and I'm a genius, and I'm a philosopher, and I'm a psychologist. And you're like, yeah. Keep talking, but it will not make you well. Keep talking, but it will not make you swell. Keep talking. Okay. Dad's over there reading Houston Smith's book. I don't know how he does it. I can't read them. I can't read any of those books. I'm like, oh gosh, no. It's like running a rake across a chalkboard. It's bad enough watching TV. But you have to watch TV so you get a gauge on what they're doing to the masses. How they're keeping them distracted and how they're talking them into mass murdering and being mass murdered over money with technology. So you have to be aware, and you just look at the faces and you're just like, you kiddos are so cute though. Looking at the parade here. And the little Robles girl and the weather girl, she's so tiny and she's so cute. She's so tiny and cute. And she's so sweet. She has the sweetest little nice voice, and she's so tiny and cute. She's like a little precious daughter. She's so sweet. She's so cute. She is. Ileana, I have trouble saying her name. but she's adorable. She's just gosh darned adorable. She's so cute. She's so adorable. She's very cute. Yeah. And it's horrible what they do with women for marketing, you know. And women feel good about it. It makes them feel important. Yeah. And they feel they're blessed by God, like Charles Barkley. You know, God loves you. Oh, shut up. God's omniscient, omnipotent. You really think God loves you more than Anne Frank? Seriously? There's an innocent, sweet little child that would never tell a woman her tits were too small to dance with and died from leukemia. You really think God hates that kid for killing him early and making him suffer and throw up and sitting in the bathroom getting radiation treatment, puking and diarrhea, and his parents praying for Jesus to help? But Jesus doesn't help, but he helps Charles Barkley get his knob slobbed by a prostitute and get caught. And then everybody says, it's okay, we'll still pay you millions of dollars on TV to talk about basketball. So we all like basketball more than living the Lord's Prayer because we're fucking stupid. Get over yourself. Why does the man who calls himself the Messiah cuss so much? I don't know. Maybe Pope Francis can explain it to himself. Oh, maybe just helping you out. Maybe Shakir Noak can explain it to himself and then explain it to others. Maybe just helping you out, brother. Just helping you out. What an asshole. He's a huge asshole. There's a lot of assholes in the world, and most of them have lots of money and lots of, like Guru talked about, Judu talked about, with all the gurus, you know. They have all this money and all these followers, you know, and they have this entourage and these followers, like Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan, and it's like, what? And that one lady from the Baha'i temple in Bisbee came in, no, you can't be Sops Never or whatever. I said, yeah, no, I'm him. She goes, no, you're not. The guy at the Baha'i told me temple, you're not the guy from prophecy because you'd have a larger following. And I said, a religious man doesn't want a following. He just wants everybody to live a religious life and then go home and live it. Yeah. Abram didn't have a large following. Okay. Joseph didn't have a large following. Okay. Jesus, it was because they were being oppressed and he fulfilled prophecy and they were desperate. Okay. Daniel, not a large following. No. Moses, the only reason they followed him is because it's like, okay, these people are running out of food and all this stuff. They get desperate and it's going to start just killing all their slaves because they can't feed them, so they're letting us go. And then they're going to try to hunt us down and kill us because they're afraid they're going to come back and try to kill them if they become a strong enemy, you know. Because people are wacko. They're insane. They're totally insane. All this holiday driving and stuff like that. Guys, when the weather's like this, you should just kizzy, man. She stay put, you know. When the weather's like this, if home is your hearth, can get all your food and get together and share it and get together. If people got to come a few blocks or a few miles, they could probably walk or take a horse sleigh, or, you know, just hear those sleigh bells ringling, ting, ting, tingling too. But going out in a mechanized vehicle causes heart disease and cancer because of economics, and calling it a holy day, motherfucker. Ileana. Okay. That's her name. Okay, I had it on there. Ileana. You got to say it right. It's I-E. It's hard to say for a lot of US people that are born English speakers. Ileana. Ileana. It's hard to say. It's cute though. It's an adorable little name. She's cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Every time I see her, oh, she's so cute. She's so adorable. Guys, I'm almost 60. I've been tortured by all the perverts at Fort Bliss and White Sands for being a better man than them and being the sexual legend of the military. So I can sit here and say, she's cute, she's so cute. And she probably won't get upset and say, he thinks I'm cute. She'll probably say that. Yeah, I think so. She seems a sweet enough girl. So, the Messiah thinks I'm cute. Of course, you're adorable. Now, just be excited when I get technology to work right, so it'll be the source of delivering us from evil. And just like, say thank you, Messiah. You're welcome, Missy. You're cute. You're cute. It's good to be cute, man. It is. Like at the basketball game up in Colville, It was at the high school, yeah. At Colville High School. I'm cute. I'm cute. It's good to be cute. You don't want to make fun of other people and have people make fun of your pattern baldness or you look like Elmer Fudd. No, it's not cool. Okay. I killed a rabbit. Don't kill the rabbit. Well, unless your kids are really hungry, you have to sacrifice a rabbit and then say a prayer and, of gratefulness, thankfulness. I love you guys, man. We'll talk tomorrow, okay? Don't be an asshole. Stop being caught being an asshole on Rockefeller's technology. Fighting and killing over his fuck money and not stand up for Lord's Prayer with me and Lord Jesus.